This is what sparked the conversation about Buster Posey. One, Ben the Wildcat. I'm so glad I read it to you yesterday.
Ben.
Thank you, Ben. Let's go play golf soon.
Old Ben.
Ben the Wildcat. But also, Capper going back and forth with the reporter because Wade Meckler didn't get pitch hit for Monday night. And he talked about the development. Let Meckler sits that moment. Okay, fine. I'm good with that.
We all want that.
We all want that.
And let him endear himself to Giants fans. Let him earn the confidence of a big moment of delivering early on in a career.
No doubt. No doubt. And then you got ejected 2 nights ago defending Meckler for a poor strike call.
Exactly.
But then yesterday you decided, let me go ahead and pitch hit Meckler with Austin Slater. So a young reporter asked Gabe Kapler about that situation, and here is the back and forth. It's about 2 minutes long.
Earlier this series, we talked about why you stuck with Wade Meckler and with the bases loaded against the lefty. Bases loaded against the lefty tonight, you decided to pinch hit Slater for him. What changed, if anything, in that decision?
I'm absolutely happy to make the distinction, but I'm just curious if you know the distinction.
Is it just Slater versus Ramos?
Yeah, I mean, this is not a disrespect to Ramos in any way, but I think Ramos has like 4 career pinch hit at bats. Slater's one of the best pinch hitters in baseball. So I don't mind, of course, explaining something, but I just sometimes wonder if the question is, hey, can you say it? Or if that distinction isn't clear. I'm just curious about that.
Slater hasn't been hitting awesome either. He has more of a track record, sure, but...
Would you agree that he's one of the 5 best right-handed pinch hitters over the course of the last 3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
Do you think there's that creates a distinction between him and a guy that has 4 career pinch hit at bats?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm not criticizing you at all. I'm just wondering if what you're asking is for me to say that, or if whether or not there's a distinction at all for you.
It was a similar situation, so I think people would be interested to learn and hear you explain it.
Yeah, and so, I mean, again, Slater's one of the best pinch hitters in baseball, particularly against left-handed pitching over the course of the last 3 seasons. And so in that situation, we trust that he's going to go up there and have a good at-bat. He did, and he grounded into a double play. But I had him go up there because he's really, really good at that. Just has had a stretch where he hasn't had a lot of success.
Okay, so this obsession with going back on 5 years of what Slater's done. What has he done recently?
So I tell you what he's done recently.
Because I have it all right here.
Yeah. So 0 for 15 in the month of August, Austin Slater. In the month of July, he's 7 of 44. He batted 159 with 12 strikeouts.
And now this week alone, he just got called back up.
Last 7 days.
But this week alone, Elliot Ramos hit the hardest ball that any Giant has hit all year. He hit his first big league home run. All right. He has been hitting well. I believe he's like 5 for 15 or 5 for 14 or whatever the hell it is over his last. So, if you want to go on, well, what has this guy done versus what? Give Ramos a chance to earn some equity with you. And what about the recent form? Does recent form not matter? When a guy has seen the ball well, put him in a position if you want to go pinch hitter.
Right. Last 30 days. Austin Slater, 3 for his last 40, batting 0.75, 15 strikeouts, 3 walks, 3 RBIs, 1 home run. That's the last 30 days. So you're going with an ice-cold hitter. How about you just let him hit the cage and you go with Ramos? So Kapler's getting testy. That was unnecessary.
Yes.
Very unnecessary. Just answer the question. Also, what happened yesterday, this was coming off of Alex Wood on Saturday saying the only reason why he threw in the 9th inning is because he loves the guys in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Basically sticking his middle fingers at the front office and the manager saying, I didn't pitch for you. I pitched for my teammates.
The way I viewed that was, I'm a vet and you're making me do mop-up duty.
Right.
Screw you.
Screw you. And he's not happy because he's not starting. He goes, my role is everything but starting.
Yes.
And he put emphasis on starting.
Yes.
So Gabe Kapler said that Ross Stripling has been dealing with some back stiffness. Ross Stripling has given up 20 home runs in 78 and a third innings this year. 78 innings. He's given up 20 home runs.
I thought it was 27 in his last 95, but that might be going back to when
last year.
Yeah, last year. So keep going.
So and again, when Stripling signed, I always thought, well, why did the Blue Jays let him go when they need pitching?
Exactly.
And we gave the guy $25 million over 2 years in a player option for 15 anyway. Gabe Kapler said that Ross Stripling has been dealing with some back stiffness. Stripling confirmed and laughed. It would have been nice if Kapler told me that before he went public first.
That stuck you. Huh? That really stuck with you.
Kapler last year, a lot of players thought it was a facade when he got ejected from a game last year. They thought it was like, okay, this is fake hustle.
Interesting.
Some people thought it was fake hustle when he got ejected Tuesday night against the Rays. Like he's trying to spark the team. They're bringing out Sage and doing all this stuff. Yeah, they're trying to be like Major League. They're doing all these things here.
He did have
League
Sage
stuff.
in the dugout.
Right.
I had that confirmed from multiple people.
Right. So all these things are happening. I think Kapler's lost the clubhouse again. I don't think this clubhouse rocks with this philosophy, and Buster Posey's moving back full-time to the Bay Area.
All right, a quick little joke. Are we sure that Ross Stripling doesn't have neck stiffness?
Oh, my God. From watching the balls go over in fits. I don't even think he looks over his shoulder anymore. I think he throws it. He knows. Bah, that's another one. I know what those sound like. I know what those bombs sound like. David Taylor, who produces Giants baseball for NBC Sports Bay Area. I got a text from Teddy out of nowhere yesterday.
What'd he say?
And this is like...
He was, by the way, he was on TV because he went to the game the other day.
Okay.
You know me, I watch all the...
So they showed him on a...
Yeah, they showed him, and he was with a couple buddies.
Taylor's a good dude.
Ted?
So 6:27 p.m. This is long after the game was over. Okay. Teddy, Kapler's leaving the clubhouse. Pathetic lineup in and out. He goes, Kapler's feeling the heat. So then he sends me this graphic from Brian Davis Sports Radar. Stripling a 78 innings pitch after today, so we used a minimum 70 innings pitch. Percentage home runs allowed per batters faced. 6%. Number one in the league. 6% of the batters he faced, he gives up a home run. That's number one in baseball. Number one.
So we're number one in something.
Number one in something. So Posey moving back full-time to the Giants or to the Bay Area because this is home. Are we sure Posey's not getting that itch to be back in the clubhouse? Now, who knows if Buster Posey wants to manage? I don't think he wants to do the day-to-day GM grind.
No.
I don't think that's in his cards.
No.
I think he likes being on the field. I think he misses that.
When you are a catcher, you like controlling every pitch. You feel like you're involved in everything, and you're a part of the decision-making. You don't think he wants to be a part of that? Look, B, when you're a basketball lifer, a baseball lifer, a football lifer, if you're a carpenter, right? My dad's a plumber. Great example. My dad's a plumber. Okay, he retired, quote unquote.
Right.
What do you think he's still doing?
He's still working.
He's still working. All right, that's what they do. You think Buster Posey, the age that he retired at, is just going to go off into the sunset and we're never going to hear from him again?
Yep.
I highly doubt that.
So I think the Giants, and I think Greg Johnson knows this. I'm losing this fan base. I'm losing the diehards. We talk Giants on the radio. We're losing ratings.
Yeah,
nobody even wants to listen to the games anymore. We don't even want to watch anymore.
It's crazy.
And we're watching it because it's our job. Now you're a diehard. I'm not a casual Giants fan.
No,
I'm a diehard baseball fan. But I can't watch this brand of baseball. It makes me sick.
I know.
I'm watching the day game just laughing yesterday.
We were sitting at we went to Bloom's Saloon after the game last night, and some of the guys were sitting there, and the Braves came up on the screen, and everyone's like, "We're playing the Braves like 6 out of the next however."
They're comparing them to the 27 Yankees. That lineup,
and we're watching Matt Olson. Matt Olson has like 3.5 times the amount of home runs of anyone on the Giants.
So we got to break, but real quick,
and that's one guy. I believe they've got like 4 or 5 guys with over 30.
Yep. Yeah, no. So over 20. Over 20.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, over 20. Austin Riley's on fire right now.
Well, I mean, like Acuna has like 60 stolen bags.
I know. It's unbelievable. When I was in Maui, I got a text from a guy who said, I got a really good source with the Giants, and I trust this source. I trust him. He's never been wrong. He goes, just Kapler. The players don't really like Kapler. They don't like the way the organization runs. And they're just like, I heard firsthand from Anthony Rizzo. When Judge was talking to the Giants, he said, dude, this is what it's going to look like when you go sign with the Giants. And Judge was like, yeah, I'm out on that. Other players around the league apparently don't rock with Kapler either. Do they rock with Posey? You got to make something shake here, Reception.